Alright, here we go with Khorne versus the Empire, the yucky Empire, as I always say. It's High Elves and Empire, always the big stinks. Adam TM versus Narexa, Psychra. Now, for those who don't know, Narexa here is a very big Wood Elves main. Huge Wood Elf main. We'll have to test out some Empire stuff, you know. We all get tired of playing our main sometimes. I want to try out something sweaty or something new. In this tournament, I was playing something sweaty. For Narexa, it was something new. Adam is still going with his Khorne stuff, I believe. He was a little bit on the Dwarfs. Now he's going to the Khorne side of things, and I enjoy that. And this is the bad matchup for Empire, for sure. Khorne usually just has so many tools that the Empire just can't handle, like, you know, Marauders. Just basic frontline, because the spears usually get their shit rocked by things like Wrathmongers, and Bloodwake Berserkers, and Bellowers, things like that. I do like the pick, though, from Narexa here. And on this map, this was a pick and ban tournament, so one player bans, the next player bans, which really means the next player really is choosing the map they want to play. And they put Dude's K. Nice line of sight down the pipe on this. I would say it's kind of like a, it's got all sorts of lanes. The hills from the dune itself make it hard to see certain things. I like the Pistoliers going around. I like this Witch Hunter. He is such a cool looking character. Probably one of the only characters or units that I like in the Empire roster. Looks like a total badass. Straight out of Bloodborne, or maybe it's the other way around. And yeah. And yeah, back to the pick that I like. Not just the Witch Hunter here, but the, Karl Franz here, who is just absolute Chad. He will do well against anything, especially once you got regrowth on top of him. Magic damage, plus 24, terror causing, the works, flying as well. And yeah, Narexa is just buying time, trying to get things together. Doing skirmishing, which Khorne hates the most. Good shot from the Bellowers. And it really should just be hunt this thing down. Hunt that down or put shots in the Bloodwakes. Any of these high priority targets, just shoot them down. Adam, though, should have some more of those Marauders actually covering the flanks. They should be moving up to gain more space. Not to overextend, but to at least cover the front of the objective he's trying to secure. I mean, he's got Furies, he's got Dogs, but you want Marauders to buffer out and screen any of those Cavs or Skirmish Cav, or anything really from trying to take that objective. And have a safe way for the Furies and the, what are those, the Dogs, the Fleshhounds to go hide behind. And he's just weakening the front line, because Khorne front line cannot duel with Marauders at all. I've done this test many times, and Marauders win 200% of the time. Except for Greatswords. Greatswords will crump them. High armor, anti-infantry, AP all the way. Yup. Here come the Dogs. I think this is a mistake here from Adam, just committing the Dogs when he doesn't really need to. And this is just free value. This is a mistake I've made many times, where I'm just throwing Furies away to the wind. I would actually just fake that I'm going down to force, like, just get a little poke, and then just bring the Furies back before the charge gets in there, or the counter charge gets in from those Empire Knights or whatever Cav. Oh, man, that was a nasty shot from the Bellowers. Skull Taker coming in, trying to duke it out with Spearmen. I don't know about that. I think that's the last thing you need. He could easily get into the back line or maybe hit the Greatswords. I'd like that instead. And then send the Marauders in. The Marauders should be fighting the Spear... Or the Marauders should be fighting the Spearmen. What was I trying to say? Those Aurora Fleshhounds get taken to town because Adam just jumped on top of them, I think a bit too preemptively. And here come the Wrathmongers and the Bloodwake Berserkers. And some Blood Beasts. I don't understand the Blood Beast. I mean, I guess I understand the Blood Beasts. They're 250 gold cheaper than Minotaurs, and I guess that's even on point when trying to deal with cheap Empire Knights, Reichsguard, my bad, and everything else that the Empire has that's high armored mobility. But Minotaurs just do everything. I mean, and then Karl Franz tries to duke it out with the Bloodwake Berserkers and Skull Taker while debuffed. That's a big no-no. Slip up from Narexa here. Yeah, good thing you got away. Nasty shot. This Bellower is just so disgusting with its shots. Holy shit. I mean, it's so bad. Should be putting shots into these spearmen, because once the spearmen fold, these giant berserkers and blood beast and all this terror and fear should be going in. I do like the spells that Nerexa did bring. He brought Thorns, the damage reflection spells for the Bloodwake Berserkers, which is a nice little tech. For those who don't know, damage reflection pretty much sends Khorne back into the Stone Ages. But here's the problem: it has to get off, and you have to make sure those units are still fighting while the damage reflection is going on. And fun fact, if you lower something's melee attack while trying to also do damage reflection, it doesn't help. Matter of fact, it's what we call a nombo. So don't do that. I've seen players who try to do damage reflection with Curse of the Leper and, what is the spell? Pestilence? Where it lowers your melee attack, opponent's melee attack by 24, and then you do the damage reflection. It's just like, well, you kind of just wasted a bunch of winds of magic. I mean, the unit that they're trying to kill isn't dying, but you just wasted winds of magic for Curse of the Leper. A bit of a blunder here, I think, from Adam. He should have these Marauders coming in and trying to overwhelm some of the shooting. I mean, the Furies are going to get crumped pretty hard. I think Nerexa should just keep reinforcing the front line and trying to get this pick off on these Bloodwake Berserkers with the shooting, because Furies, yeah, cool, Furies, 650, they'll die by stiff breeze. But these Bloodwakes are in your front line, in your face, trying to get kills, and Nerexa has time. The game's not even close to being over. And already Karl Franz is eating a lot of stuff. The Bloodwakes are still alive. Skulltaker's taking a beating as well, so there is that fact. And I think Karl Franz should just be countercharging Furies and trying to just end them. Because he does cause, like, -8 leadership being on his mount, I think. He's got an item with him, maybe, like Boris. I could be wrong. I don't play Empire, I don't know their nasty tech. And, yeah, he could just still shoot Bloodwake Berserkers. I think there's a bit of a misplay here, or even just go after Bellowers. There's some good targets here, as long as Skulltaker isn't dealing with Karl Franz. I think he's got plenty of to work with. And the Bellower's just about to go down too, so that'd be perfect. Oh, I love these damn Wrathmongers, they're so cool. Their design is awesome. I mean, even though they got the bunny ear helmets, it's still probably one of my favorite designs. Just the red skin in general. I might actually do that with one of my units. Man, maybe my 8-bound. Yeah, I could do it with my 8-bound. That'd be cool. Bellowers just with these nasty shots, putting Karl Franz in the dumpsters. And Skulltaker's about to just toss him off the roof. Done. Oh, and I think that's, that might be GG. Although, Nerexa's not actually in the most horrible spot. I was gonna say, I think this is a bit of early tap out. He might have been able to shoot Skulltaker off the map, give a bunch of debuff, just have to deal with 2 Bloodwake Berserkers, and I think if he just throws Spearmen in front of him and shoots him, I think he could have actually had that. Sure, he has to keep summoning Furies to come deal with those, but he's summoning Furies instead of things that matter, like Khorngors, Marauders, and Marauder Horsemen, I guess, maybe? I don't know. I think it's just an early tap out. That's just me. I think there was still a game to go here. Maybe Nerexa was on tilt, I don't know. But, yeah, Bloodwakes are just a pain in the butt. Alright, folks, we're at the end of the video here. If you liked the video, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. We're on the road to 2,000. Come join the stream when we have them, when we usually have our tournaments or just any other game we have going on at the time, whether to show some love or play. With all that said, you guys have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.